right, watercolor paper. So this is a really important thing that you need for watercoloring. Now, there's not really a particular brand per se that you have to have. I have several different brands that I have used, and I actually just got this one from Arteza, and I really like it. It is really smooth, and it's cold pressed, but I feel like it's kind of a mix between cold pressed and hot pressed because it really takes the water well, and it's not as groovy as some of my other cold pressed watercolor papers. But I really like this one. This is a good brand of watercolor paper. The biggest things to look for are just like 140 pound. It just means it's going to be thicker and it's going to take more water, which is what you need with when you're painting, or not need with, what you need when you're painting with watercolors. So I love this brand. This brand I've used for forever, and you can find it at Walmart for like $6. You get like a pad. I haven't seen the binder at Walmart, but you can get, I think, a 9x12 pad for like $6, and you get probably 30 sheets somewhere in there, so it's a really good deal. You can make a ton of pictures. And I also have used this one, which I do like. It was one that I had found at Hobby Lobby when they were still open. So Master's Touch is another good brand of watercolor paper, and as you can see, it's not super expensive. It's pretty cheap, but it's not cheap in the way of, oh, it's not going to hold up well against your watercolors. Obviously, you can get really expensive with watercolor paper, and you can get 100% cotton and whatnot, but to start and to see if you really like watercolor, you can just use any of these three, and really you'll be able to see if you like it or not. Just make sure you have some nice watercolor paper. Okay, moving on to brushes. Okay, I spent like a year before I got really nice brushes. I mostly just bought like these ones are ones that I bought, I think, Hobby Lobby. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I bought a ton of stuff at Hobby Lobby. And they're just the Fine Touch ones. This is a round set that I got. Really anything that has actual bristles on it and not just plastic like the ones you find in the cheap Crayola paints. And these are another really nice brand that I got for Christmas a while back, and they're Royal and Langnickel. I don't know, hopefully I said that right. But I love those brushes too. They work really good, and as you can see, I was a horrible person and I didn't take super good care of this one. I left it in the water. Never leave your paintbrushes in the water, and the paint chipped off the wood, but obviously it is still very usable. I also did get a set off of Amazon, artistic cool set, and it's a case. It comes with a bunch of brushes. You can see all those, like all sorts of different tips. It even came with a water brush. And this really cool thing that it does, let me see if I can do it without knocking my camera over. I spent like half a day trying to figure this out, you guys, how it stood up, and I almost like broke the case, but yeah, it stands up so that if you want to paint and you want to stick your paintbrushes in, have a place to hold them and easily pull them, you can do that. So I love that. The only thing I don't super love is that the handles are extremely long. They are not short. So that is the only thing to be aware of if you choose to get a set like this. They are super long and they might frustrate you as you're trying to use them. So just keep that in mind. Let me see if I can undo this. Okay. There we go. Zip that back up. And then what I use for water is literally just a mason jar. As you can see, it's filthy. I need to clean that out. And I also use a little spray bottle to wet my paints with. You don't have to have this. It's just really handy and nifty if you have a pan set. So, on to my very favorite part, the watercolor paints. So I'm going to go from, I guess, my least favorites to my most favorites. All of these paints I have used and I have tried, and all of them will work. You know, if you get any of these sets, all of them will work, and they will give you a good idea as to whether or not you will like watercolors. So the first one is actually the very first paint set well, besides a Crayola set that I ever got. It was from Hobby Lobby, and I think it was it the Artist Loft? No. Master's Touch? It might have been a Master's Touch one. Anyway, it was really cheap. It was like $8. The only thing I really don't like about this set is that it smells really, really bad. But it comes with so many different colors, and it gives you a great range of blues and purples, reds. You've got the whole spectrum of color here. You've even got a black and a white. Now, these are not by any means professional paints, and it definitely takes a little bit of pigment to get really nice colors in them, but I really did enjoy using these. I used these for some of my first paintings, and I am going to show some of those to you. I wanted to show you guys some pictures that I created with the different paint sets so you can kind of see how I was able to use them, the kind of colors I was able to get out of them, rather than just swatching out all the colors for you. So I was able to get a lot of really neat designs and colors out of these paints. I made all these with these, as this was my very first paint set ever used, and I think I have one more. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. And this one. So definitely a good set for beginners and would definitely work. So yeah, moving on to the next one. Okay, so this set, funny story actually, I originally bought this to go on vacation, and I used it for an entire 2-week vacation and really ended up not liking it and kind of just wanting to throw it out. I didn't really like how the colors worked. Ooh, I can't open it. There we go. And I just wasn't very happy with it overall. But then I came home, and a little while ago I just looked up some reviews because I love to look up paint reviews, and people were raving about it and how great it was for the price. It was awesome. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this little guy a second chance. It's the Winsor & Newton, Winsor & Newton Cotman Colors, and it's the, I think it's the 12 pocket sketch. Can I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, it is the 12 pocket sketchbook one. Now, one thing that I will say, this comes with some good colors, but it is missing a few that I kind of like. There are 2 different greens, but there's no purple in this set. There's just 2 different blues that they give you, and then a red, a alizarin crimson. But they also have this set. Now, I'm the queen of keeping everything in packages. There we go. Excuse the noise. I have not used these yet, but this is another set that they have, and I actually, to be honest, kind of like the brush that they give you a little bit more in this one. Ooh, sorry. Bumped my camera. Because it's bigger, it's a water brush, it's got a little bit of a bigger tip, and it's like way easier to put back together without hurting the bristles, whereas this one that the other set gives you is like, it is a cute little brush and I love it, like it's the cutest little thing ever, but when you try to put it back together, it's always like painful trying not to get the little bristles caught and ruined. So, and I also love that this one has 6 spots for mixing as opposed to 3 on this one. And it also comes with a different set of colors. And since I haven't unwrapped these, I actually have all the colors right here for you. It comes with a Payne's Gray, which, guys, I love Payne's Gray. Like, this set should have had a Payne's Gray. I don't know why it doesn't. It's amazing. It also comes with a Lamp Black. I personally feel like Payne's Gray would have been just fine. You could have skipped the Lamp Black, but they have it. And they also have a Chinese White and a Lemon Yellow Hue, which some of these, I think, Lemon Yellow Hue, the Alizarin Crimson, and the Ultramarine are the 3 colors in this set. So those are the same. And it also has Burnt Sienna, which I can't remember if that one is Burnt Sienna or not. Anyway, that one might be the same. They have Yellow Ochre. That set does have Yellow Ochre. It has one of the same greens as the other set, the Sap Green. But this set, I was so excited about this color, which is originally why I bought this set, is Viridian Hue and Turquoise I was so excited. Sorry, not this one. I don't know why I said that one. This is the one I was really excited about, the turquoise. And also it came with a purple, the oxycene purple. So anyway, personally, I kind of like this set of colors better than that one because even though you can mix any color from these three, so you can make, you know, purple, you can make whatever color you want out of these, and you can make a black using brown and blue. I really like that this has the Payne's gray, and it has a black, it has a purple, it has a turquoise, because mixing colors can be really challenging, especially if you're first starting off, and a lot of times you keep having to mix big puddles and your ratios aren't always the same, so sometimes you end up with, you know, different colors and it's frustrating. So anyway, here are some pictures that I painted with this, well, this set. Same paints, but this set. So here's a flower, and actually I'm going to move these out of the way. Oh, let me close that. There we go. So here are some that I have painted. So I was able to get some really nice colors out of these paints, and I did end up liking them. I think part of the problem was when I used them the first time, I didn't use a squirt bottle. These really need to be activated first with water. So if you don't have a squirt bottle and you have these, make sure you get them really wet with your paintbrush before you start painting and let them soak, because that was my first problem, was I didn't do that. And yeah, not so good. Let me see if I can find some more. So this one I did with it on some really nice professional cold pressed paper. So I was able to get a lot of really nice textures, a lot of fun paintings with this set. So another good set that you can buy. And yeah, personally, I would get this one over that one, but either one is a good set. And I use this in some of my videos just because I know it's probably similar to what you might already have on hand, but I probably will use some other sets in the future. So just as a heads up, I'm going to move these out of the way. Okay, next set. I actually really like this set. So here we go. All right, this is in the number 4 spot from my favorite. And this set, I'm telling you guys, I don't even know how many makers there are online that have this on Amazon. Like if you looked up, what did I look up? Foldable water palette or something? I don't know. And there was like a million of these. And anyway, I will link one down in the description box. The particular one that I got was by the brand Artsy. And it actually came with this little color sheet that says all the different colors that it comes with on it. And I actually, you guys, I really do like this set. It was not very expensive. I want to say I didn't spend over 20 bucks on it, maybe 23. And it came with 3 water brushes. Now, I was really dumb and one time forgot to rinse them out, and so they're all moldy. And I'll probably have to throw them away. I just haven't done it yet. But it comes with a little mixing tray, and the thing I love about this is it gives you so many different colors, and the paints are actually pretty decent. They are not garbage paints. They really do paint nice. The only thing that is a bummer about it is that, as you can see, I don't know if you can tell, these are really thin, so this is not a lot of paint. As you can see, I really like this color, and I'm pretty much almost used it all already. But it's a really fun travel set too. If you wanted to go somewhere, it comes with a little sponge. I purposefully don't use it because I usually have paper towels where I go somewhere, and I figure, you know what, I'm going to save that for, you know, desperate times. Anyway, I couldn't find a ton of pictures that I made with this palette, but here was one sad rose that I tried to paint with this set. And yeah, I'm able to get a lot of really good colors with it. They blend out well. I know this is not the greatest example of it, but I really do like this set, and I think it's a great set for beginners that really want to have all the different colors to play with. This is a little bit hard to read the color charts on the end, I will say, but other than that, it's really fantastic, and I love that it comes with brushes, so that if you wanted to get started painting, you don't necessarily have to order paints, brushes, and paper. You can just order the paints, and it comes with it. Next set, in number 3 spot, here is the Watercolor Confections complexion palette. Now, the reason I'm talking about these, if you wanted to get this particular brand, I would get it in the classics, not in complexion, but this is the only set that I have from them, so that's what I will show you. Personally, I actually really love this paint set. I wasn't sure what to expect because, I mean, it's only $30, and on the back it claims that they are artist grade, high quality, and highly pigmented watercolors, but nah, it was only $30. I had a coupon. I think I spent $20 on it, and I don't know. I was excited, but I wasn't really sure what to expect, and I was very pleasantly surprised with this set, you guys. It came with, I don't know what I was going to say. Anyway, it came with this, and it did not have the colors on it. I went ahead and swatched all of these colors out onto this, and if you can see, I'm going to try to get this really close. The colors were really nice. They blend well. They look a little bit chalky. I don't know if you can see that in the video. They do look a little chalky, but when you use them, they are not chalky at all on the paper. They do not come off. They do not smear once they're dry. I absolutely love this set. So I think if you were to start with watercolor, it comes with a half pan, which will be plenty of paint to last you for a while. And it would be a great set for a beginner. I really liked them. I think you could really tell if you liked or not. Now, granted, I haven't tried the classic set, but I would assume if these are such amazing and good quality, I have seen some good reviews of the classic set. So that is another option. I'm sorry. I don't have any. I don't know where my paintings went that I painted with this set. So we will have to move on without any paintings with that one. Boom. Master's Touch watercolor set. I bought this originally, because it was on sale, and they said that they were the Fine Art Studio, and they were normally like $40, and they were supposedly artist quality. And actually, you guys, they come in these really giant tubes. Now, I think this is the first set I'm showing you that comes with tubes. The only difference with these tubes rather than the pans, which I showed you before, is the watercolors are liquid. Well, it's like a liquid form, but not like water consistency. Wow, I can't talk. Consistency. It's more of like a goo consistency, and you get 12 milliliters, you guys, which is quite a lot of these. I don't know if you can find this set anymore, but I thought I would mention it because I have used it. I do love it. This is another set. I couldn't find things I had painted with it because I actually use it for my art classes. But this is a really great set. The colors are really nice. You will need a palette though if you choose to get a tube set. You do not need anything expensive though. You can get a nice case off Amazon, or you can literally just use a ceramic dinner plate, you guys. Buy one at the dollar store. $1. That's it. That's all you need. And then you just put a little bit of the paint on it when you want to use it, and you do not need a lot. So this, I think, is a great option, or tubes. Tubes are a great option if, you know, you want paints for if you have a big family and everybody wants to try watercoloring. I would suggest tubes only because then everybody can have their own plate or whatever you choose to put them in. You can put just a little bit in, and everybody can do something at the same time rather than having to spend like $100 on 5 different, you know, pan sets. You can just get one for like $20 and you're good to go. So this was another super fun one that I loved, and I'll get a little close up on that. Okay, you guys. Next up is my very favoriteest ever in all the world. I don't think that's a word, favoritist. My favorite watercolor palette, you guys. This one. No, it's not Madine. Ignore that. This is a Sonnet watercolor set. And you guys, these I still use. I love these paints. They are absolutely fantastic. Oh my goodness. If you are starting off, they are probably the priciest out of all the paints that I have showed you. But I mean, the complexion set was around $30, but I got it for around $20 because of a coupon. So this set, I think when I got it was around $30, but then I realized that I needed to buy a case for it. So the case was a little bit extra. And then after I had ordered the case, found that the same set came with a case for like $2 more or something. I don't know. Anyway, I will link some in the description for you so you do not run into that same problem that I did where I wasted like 15 bucks. Anyway, I love this paint set. It has been amazing. Here are some of the pictures that I have painted with it. I love this paint set. I painted so many pictures with it. We have a bunch. I still take this with me on trips when I am painting away from home, when I don't want to take my super expensive paints with me. And it just comes with a great selection of colors. So yeah, those are all the different paints that I would suggest to you. Anyway, those are all the different paints, brushes, paper to get started with. Those are some different options for you. I will link some things down below. And then just have fun with watercolor. You guys, I love watercolor. Really, all I want this to do is to inspire you to just paint. I love watercolor. Never thought I could do the paintings that I'm doing today, but I just kind of decided I was going to sit down and get started, and God has just totally been so sweet to me and blessed me with just so much enjoyment in it. So anyway, I will see you in the next video and hope you enjoyed. Bye!